Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Disco Kitty the Crappy Crafter. Today we're going to be playing with UV resin. We're going to play with some bezels, some kitty bezels, because they were specifically, requested, and I love kitty bezels. But the real reason why we're here today is to try this out. So, this light is from Resiners. I got it on Amazon, and it's a UV light meant for resin, and I'm excited. So let's just get right into it. Alright, let's get right into the box and see what this lamp looks like. Oh look, you can put it on the wall. Oh, that's cool. Neat, it's got a little wall mount. It's got all the information, and oh, it can split. Oh, it can split. Oh, I didn't know that. That's super cool. Oh, I'm excited. This is cool. Let's get in it. Quicker, quicker. That switch put on the wall. It looks super cool. Look at that. It splits. That is super neat. Huh. Use it as a wand. Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, I think. I really, really do. I think this will be good. Yeah. We'll see. So, once for once for continuous, another time for 2-minute timer, and then a third time to turn it off. And then we have all of our kitties. We're gonna put the kitties on the bezel tape. And then we're going to cut them apart, and then we're going to trim them, because I don't like to have a lot of excess tape around, because I just get stuck on it because I'm a klutz. So, yay! Exciting! Going to use UV resin, obviously, because we're going to be using a UV, light. And glow-in-the-dark pigments. Not all of them will be, but most of them. See, now I really wanted this to be red, but it's kind of orange, so I'm gonna make it red, and I'm gonna put way too much alcohol ink in there, and it is not going to cure like it's supposed to. But it's okay, because the soft stuff is gonna be sandwiched in between some hard, properly cured. So theoretically it would be okay. I mean, nobody's gonna wear it except for me anyways, so, it'll be all good. Oh, look at that, so exciting! So we've already gone through it. Yeah, I know. It cured, this time it cured for 2 minutes. I did the timer. I'm gonna do it again. And it's still going to be a little soft, but you know what, that's okay, because like I said, I'm just going to put it between 2 layers of hard resin, so it doesn't really matter. Well, it shouldn't matter, we'll see if it does. I don't use my glow-in-the-dark pigments very often because I don't want to use them and then not have them anymore. So, anyways. So this is technically a sky blue glow-in-the-dark with some white, because I wanted, white cats. At least one. Or maybe calicos. They might become calicos too. Guess we'll see. There's a lot of really tiny spots on these. It was hard getting the resin into a couple of the spots, but it was a lot of fun. It's very relaxing to do this. It really, really is. I don't usually go into this with any kind of a plan or anything, and, I probably should, but, eh. So each of these cure times is a minimum of 2 minutes. Usually 4, sometimes 8, because you gotta do both sides. You gotta cure both sides, or it's just not gonna cure on the back side, and then it'll be all gross when you take the tape off. Ask me how I know. Okay, so one of these is going to be a calico, and the other one is just going to have some orange spots on it. And the one over on the far side there, that one's going to end up being all orange at some point with darker orange spots, which is fun. And I don't have any black glow in the dark because, yeah. So I'm going to use a purple, and I'm just going to call it Midnight. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. This counts as my black. It'll be close enough. It will look cool either way. Gotta get it into those itty bitty tiny spots. Yeah, and then we'll... I'm not entirely sure why I did that. Oh, I know why I did that. Because I wanted to put glitter on it. I didn't want the glitter to sink right to the bottom. I had such a hard time, glitter is, I hate glitter. I hate working with glitter. I love how it looks, but I just hate working with it. It's just such a pain in my butt. Eventually, I get smart and I get, one of those nail gem tools. It's basic, yeah, it's just a wax pencil. It's just wax. In the shape of a pencil. But it works, for the most part. And the cool thing about this is, when I cure that, for whatever reason, I don't really know why, it's gonna make divots on the back side for every spot where that glitter is. So I'm gonna know exactly where to put the glitter on the other side. Yay! Here we go, we'll make the orange kitty orange. Like I said, I didn't go into this with any kind of, plan. Plan? Who plans? I don't plan. The only thing I had planned was that purple cat. The night sky one. That's the only one that I had, quote-unquote, planned. Other than that, it was just a, fly by the seat of your pants. Now I said I was going to make him a two-tone orange. And I'm doing it wet on wet. Whereas with the calico and the orange spotty cat, I did a wet on dried. It gives a slightly different effect. Yay! Now we're gonna... Oh, yeah, that left some smudge. Smudge! Get that off with a little alcohol. It's good as new. I'm just excited that they all cured or seem to cure all the way through. Yeah, see the divots? Did you see the divots? Like I was saying, I'm happy that they seem to cure all the way through. The last time I did this, when I took the tape off one of them, it wasn't quite cured. Yeah, it wasn't quite as cured as it could be. But that's okay. That's okay. It all works out in the end anyway. Ugh, glitter. Glitter is such a pain in my butt. I hate glitter. I hate it. I hate glitter. But I love the way it looks. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful thing. I just hate working with it. So I did put big glitters and little glitters on there, on both sides. And I placed those on top of the divots so they'd be in the same place as they are on the other side. And now it's time to dome the backside. Why I decided to do the backside first is mainly just because of the purple one. And you gotta pull the resin all the way out to the edges. all the way out to the edges, or you'll have some weird edges where it just doesn't look right, it doesn't feel right. And then we'll dome the other side, but because the first side is domed, I'm going to put a little blue tack underneath all of them so that they stay level. Because doming means that they are, you know, slightly domed, which means they are no longer flat, which means they do not sit flat anymore. Yee. And here they are. Look at them. Aren't they cute? They're so cute. I love them. Well, I think that worked out really, really well. Here are my finished pieces. This one I'm calling my galaxy. No, not galaxy. It's not a galaxy. My night sky kitty. My night sky kitty. Yes. And then this is my orange kitty. Orange. Lots and lots of orange. Lovely. My white and orange. Which of course doesn't look white because I don't have a white glow-in-the-dark pigment. I mean, I do, but I don't know where it is. So I had to use a really light blue one. So it looks white when it's not glowing, and then it looks blue when it is glowing. Same thing with this one, my little calico kitty. I don't even think the purple showed up, did it? I can't remember now. Anyways, so those worked out really, really well. They were super cute. There were a couple of issues with them, like I overdomed it. I overdomed the front, which is why I do the back first, because this happens. I overdomed the front and it leaked over. There we go. It leaked over into the back, but that's the back. It's fine. Anyways, this thing. I appreciate it. I like it. Look, it's not plugged in. Haha. It works. It really does work. I mean, when I used it, I used it plugged in because I'm lazy and I'm impatient and I didn't want to wait for it to, you know, charge before I used it. So I used it while it was plugged in. So I honestly don't know how long the battery will last. It claims it's a 2000 milliamp battery, which is actually pretty small for a battery. Personal opinion, of course, but it should last for a while. It's not like you have it running all the time when you have it running. So I think it works pretty well. The only problem I had was with the red. The very, very first thing that I did, I made it way too opaque. So it's technically not cured all the way through, which is why I put a big dome over both sides. Same thing with this red, because it's the same red, so it didn't technically cure all the way through either. But as long as it's not overly opaque, then it works really, really well. A lot like other, you know, UV lights that are meant specifically for resin. So I have a slew of cool lights now. I've got this light, and I've got the light that does both sides at the same time, and I've got a whole bunch of standard nail lamps, and, you know, so many UV lights. Anyways, so this worked really well, and I think that's probably it for this week. So until next week, stay safe.